Good afternoon, everybody. My name is MrYorkiesWorld. We are back again today with a flight from Dubai to Mumbai. So that is OMDB all the way to VABB. And it's going to take approximately 3 hours and something like 10 minutes, I think. We've got the beautiful Jet Airways. The flight number for today's flight is going to be JAI537. It's a real-world flight. And we are setting off from gate number D4, Delta 4. We're going to switch on the fuel pumps. Go ahead and put some fuel in. Today we are going to be taking 21,737 pounds worth of fuel on this flight over there to Mumbai. We're hoping for some nice either sunset or late evening scenery over there, so it should be pretty interesting. We'll align the IRSs to nav, and we can go ahead and set the ISO valve to auto, switch on the APU, and logo lights, yeah, they can go on. I was thinking about that then, whether or not to do it. Everything else could be sorted. We're going to be flying at 37,000 feet today. We're going to arm the emergency lights and set the seatbelt signs on. Pressurization we can set to 370. And that is it for now, really. We're basically just going to go ahead and sort the FMC out now. We've already got a route predefined. So it is OMDB. Oops, there we go. And gate number D4. See if it works. Yes, it did. And we will set the GPSL position and stick it in there, which brings our displays to life. Right, OMDB to VABB. 12 right is the runway that we're going to be departing from today. Again, JAI537 is the flight number. Zero fuel weight is 121.8. 2.9 is going to be the reserves, and I don't know the cost index for Jet Airways, so it's going to be 30. I'm going to put in just 30. 370 as the cruise altitude for today. And I'm going to go ahead and get some wind information as well in just a second. So 24k D-rate takeoff. We're going to use flaps 5, which gives us a centre of gravity of 23.4%. Let's just get some winds over here. Bear with me a moment. Just looking at little nav map, and it says 349 at 10. So 349/10. Stick that in there as the winds. Let's go ahead and go back to the previous page, which gives us V1, 138, 138VR, and 147 as V2. So we'll stick that in there, and in a second we'll also set the cruise altitude and everything like that. So 147, the runway heading today is going to be 120. Let's just switch on the VORs, traffic, data, flight directors, and again VORs, traffic and data. Let's just have a look. Let's just see what else there is to do. We can go ahead and set the TCAS, which is already set by the looks of it. 110.10 is going to be the frequency over at Mumbai. We're going to be landing at runway 14. So we'll stick that into the standby radios. And what else? Right, clear that warning. I'm just trying to think now what else we need to do. So we'll set the engine page on, just for the moment. Everything else is done, so we'll switch on the yaw damper. Window heats can go on as well. What else? Right, RTO for the auto brake. I'm not going to set the trim or anything as of yet. Transfer the power from the APU. Let's just get some boarding going. We might as well get the passengers boarded. Look at that. Absolutely loving the Jet Airways livery for the Boeing 737-800, and there we have some catering going into the plane. Love the scenery here at Dubai as well, it's fantastic. Right, let's just go to the legs page. This is going to be the route. And I'm going to try, I don't really do this, but I'm going to try and select the arrival. ILS 14, and it's going to be the Maljic arrival, so we'll just click execute. Go back onto legs page, and we're just going to try our best to clean up a little bit. I don't really usually do this, select the arrivals and stuff like that, purely simply because we're not online and I don't see the point in it when there's no other traffic enabled. It's something that I will hope to get into in the future. But in the meantime, there we have it, the doors are being closed. Catering's finished. Just going to quickly, oops, if I can get that in the right window size there. I'm going to try to just quickly go through the route, because I've got a funny feeling this is going to look absolutely ridiculous. I'm going to have some weird wavy lines to follow. Let's just have a look down here. So, Sugid, alright, yeah, that needs sorting out. That's not right. What I'm going to do, I think I'm just going to try and clean it back up to what it was previously, and then when we come back into the sim on descent, I will try to sort of program the right route in. But this is the main reason I don't do SIDS and stars, because I don't quite understand them yet. I've never really understood them because I've never needed to use them. I've never done online or anything like that. So I'm just going to put CI14. That should take us back to how it used to be, or it should be. GSX is asking me to sort the jetway out. We'll do that in a second. Let's just zoom in on this part here, see what we're dealing with. So that will take us directly onto the ILS, so that's fine. Switch that back. Right, yes, shut up GSX. So let's go and open the left entry forward, which is already open, by the way, but for some reason GSX doesn't like you opening the door or the simulator starting up with the doors open. It will automatically tell you to close it and then open it, or indeed, that's essentially what you have to do in order to get it to work. So that's shut GSX up. We're waiting for the passengers to board now, guys, so what I will do is I'll be right back with you once the passengers have fully boarded. Alright, so the passengers have just been boarded. We're just going to close the doors now, guys, and get ready for takeoff, or pushback. Do apologise about that, the audio just cut out there. I'm just on my second screen checking the airport charts. Let's take a look. So the jetway, or the ladder, or jet stair, or something like that. Air stair, that's it. I can't even think of it. The air stair's on its way in. I've got the trim page up there, or the takeoff ref page, just to be able to set the trim. On the auto throttle now. We can switch on the hydraulics. Going to need those in a second. Anti-collision light can come on. Wing light can come on. And let's just go ahead and remove the ground connections now, because we don't need those. Back to the takeoff ref page. So, that's it. Let's request pushback and departure. Emirates, we're going to use those. Okay, so I'm going to have to manually stop and turn around on the taxiway, so that's going to be fun. I've got a feeling that today's video is going to involve a lot of errors made. We'll soon see whether that's the case or not. I'm hopefully going to be starting to do some 777 videos again pretty soon. I might do some cargo flights, actually, some long-haul cargo flights. Seems like a nice plan. Let's just set the time properly, because I don't know why that's not set. There we go, 13:59. Nearly 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Ready for pushback? That's fine with me. Quicker we get out of here, the better. Just waiting for GSX now. In the meantime, I've been thinking about doing my Twitch page and sorting that out and doing some live streams. If you guys want to go over there, I'll put a link to my Twitch page in the description if you want to check that out. I will be trying my best to do live streams. As you may know, these videos that I do, that you're watching right now, they are very highly edited, so I try to make them look nice and obviously professional and stuff like that, so do bear with me because I'm not used to doing things live like that. So a live Twitch stream may result in plenty of laughs. So engine number 2 is spooling up now. I'm just waiting for the N2 to get to around 18 to 20, I think, and then I'll release some fuel into engine number 2. There we go. The engine's spooling up, but look at the scenery. I absolutely love this. The gorgeous, gorgeous livery here from Jet Airways. Again, this is not in the PMDG Operations Centre. I had to download this elsewhere. I will put a link in the comments if anybody wants to know where I got it from. Or indeed, I might just put one in the description just to make it easier. 2 o'clock now. Lovely, absolutely lovely scenery. Once we actually take off, I'm sure you'll see what I mean by lovely, but for now, obviously, we can just have the airport to look at. Engine number 1 is now spooling up. Again, N2, 18 to 20, and then I'll go ahead and release the fuel. Looking good for me. There we go. Try and get this engine spooling up for you guys. Nice exterior view, there we go. Beautiful. I've got a funny feeling GSX is going to stop just about here. Yes, we're slowing down, and I've got to turn left down that taxiway. So I've got to do a full 180 near enough. Right, parking brake is set. Okay. So we can go ahead and prepare ourselves. That's the engine 1 cut out. Both engines are now started. They're looking sort of even. I'll wait while they're fully even before I go to the rest of the checklist. That looks alright for me, to be honest. So we're going to go ahead and switch on the probe heats now. And we can transfer the power from the APU. Packs, sort those out. ISO valve's already on auto, that's fine. APU bleed can come off. And finally the APU itself can go off. Engines continuous. That's already been set, the pressurization there. Flaps 5. I'm not going to set the altitude just yet because I think we do have a restriction for 10,000 feet to begin with, I think. Flaps coming down now to 5, ready for takeoff. Looking nice. 5.15 is the trim. I'm going to try and set it as good as I can. That'll do, I think. Maybe... yeah, that'll do. Flight controls forward, full back, full left, full right, and rudder left and rudder right. Flight controls are all okay. I think that's about it, to be honest. We can go ahead and... yeah, we can switch on the lights because the tug's gone away. So, runway turnoffs and taxis on. And wish me luck. I've now got to turn 180 degrees. Sorry about that. I'm just checking the little nav map just for the taxiway that I need to be on. So here we go. Let's try and not fail. I don't know why GSX can't just push us a little bit further back and actually turn us onto the taxiway. It would make sense. Nevertheless, here we are. We are on our way. So just a little bit of information. We should, I should imagine, after taxiing, we should be taking off at around 10 minutes past 2, or 14:10. We're departing from runway 12 right from here at Dubai. We're flying east over the Arabian Sea. That's basically it. We're not going to see anything else apart from that. And we're basically going to be coming into Mumbai from the west at approximately 1,052 miles that we're going to be covering, taking around... It said on the flight time thing 2 hours and 50 minutes, but I think it's going to take over that, to be honest. We have got a bit of a headwind on the way, so that might slow us down a little bit. But yeah, we should be fine. We'll manage to get there. I'm just trying to follow this taxiway without demolishing the entire airport. It's usually my trick. Absolutely loving the Dubai scenery. I don't think you can go wrong when it comes to Fly Tampa. I've actually bought quite a bit of software or payware, should I say, in the past from Fly Tampa and Sim Market and places like that. They've really been really impressive. So I'd recommend that if you are looking for some scenery. But anyways, I will skip to the actual runway now, because this is going to be a rather long taxi process, so I'll see you in just a minute. Okay, so we're back now, and as if by magic, we are just approaching the threshold for runway 12 right. Here we go, as you can see. We've got the auto brake set to RTO, we're just testing TCAS.
TCAS test pass.
That's all passed, no problem at all. I'm going to switch on the landing lights, switch off, in fact no, we need the turn-offs on, but we switch off the taxi lights. Everything else is fine. And I've just made one hell of a mistake. I now need to turn around like an idiot because I've completely overshot the runway. What a fantastic lineup there by MrYorkiesWorld. I'm going to add that to the record books. Let's get ourselves sorted out here. Right, everything's fine. Start the clock. 14:09. So that wasn't bad. Wasn't a bad estimate there. It took us until, I said 10 past I think, and we're 9 minutes past now. Toga, engines are stable. And here we go, we're off. 60 knots. 80 knots. Looking stable. Getting blown around a little bit on this runway. But here comes V1.
V1.
Rotate.
V2.
V2. We are in the air. Positive rate. Gear up. Whoa, I am getting blown around a little bit. Jesus. Not going to change the view. I know you guys like to see the view. But I'm not going to change it just yet until we're safely up in the air. And I'm going to begin a slight turn to the left here. And I'm probably going to get a warning. Not going to get... Oh, there we go. Yep. There's the warning. That's the marker beacon, just letting me know that I'm crossing the path of another runway, because we've got the... I can't remember what the number of the runway is, but there's another runway just to the left of the one that we've just taken off from, and that's basically the aircraft's way of warning you that you're crossing the path of another runway. So if we had traffic enabled, we wouldn't probably be able to do that, but we don't have any traffic, so that's fine. But look at that. Goodbye, Dubai. We're looking nice and stable and everything. Flaps can start to come up shortly. And let's just set the cruise altitude to 370 now. I'm not going to stick to any restrictions. No traffic on, and we're not online, so that's fine. 370, spam it a little bit. Flaps are on the way up now. Speed's increasing nicely, as is the altitude. Engines to normal. Gear locked. We've already set the auto brake to off. Passenger signs to auto now. We can switch off the turn-offs because we're no longer on the runway. But we've made it. We've actually made it. We're up in the air. Look at that. Now this is without any particular scenery packs for this actual area, apart from the Dubai scenery by Fly Tampa, and obviously the FTX Global from Orbex. But look at that. You cannot tell me that that is not a gorgeous looking aircraft. Right, let's have a look. So we're coming up on 6,000 feet. The transition altitude today is 13,000, so I'm not going to set the pressurization to standard until we get to 13,000. But we are soaring into the air like a rocket. We actually are. Oops. Bit of a lag spike there. I've been getting those lately. Nevertheless, performance is good. Not too many frames lost or anything. But yeah, as I was saying, guys, before I go any further, I'm going to start doing Twitch live streams at some point soon. I can't tell you when, because I don't know myself. But at some point I will start doing those live streams. And you might be able to get to finally see my face and see the face behind the voice, or who's behind all these videos. So I can assure you I am human, but there we go. So it'll be a nice thing for me to do is go on Twitch and get a bit more experience. I might even go on VATSIM or something like that, once I've got a bit more educated on the ins and outs of everything I need to know about it. Bear in mind, obviously, that I've only had experience so far using the sim offline and without traffic, so I've not really followed every procedure. 10,000 feet now, we can switch off the landing lights. Oops, wrong way, there we are. I will also go ahead and switch off the logo and the wheel well lights. Wing lights will keep on, I think. But that's it, that is essentially it. We're up in the air, we're on a nice climb. Lovely horizon over there, the haze effect from this new PTA preset by Chewy94. Absolutely lovely. I'm hoping the scenery over at Mumbai is going to be good. I've heard that it's got some problems with night lighting over there with version 4.1, so hopefully that will be fixed. If not, then it looks like we're going to be taxiing around in the dark. But we'll get to that. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Hopefully we won't have to put up with anything like that. Set the current heading. It's not really required, but 103. A lot of people have asked me on my social media pages, when will I be buying more add-on aircraft? And to be honest, what I can tell you is the next aircraft I'm going to be buying, look at that, 12,000 feet, the next aircraft that I'm going to be buying is going to be the Queen of the Skies PMDG 747. Absolutely love that aircraft, but it's going to take a while. Obviously YouTube has introduced these new rules where people have got to get over a certain threshold of viewing hours before we can get paid for anything, so I'm not getting paid for anything, so it's going to take a while to get any money from it. But anyways guys, I'm going to leave you with some cinematics now on the way to Mumbai, and I'll catch up with you when we're at cruise level or beyond. See you in a bit. Alright then guys, so we are now at our cruise level of 37,000 feet. Essentially what's going to happen now is I've already put the landing altitude in to be able to capture the ILS at 3,000 feet. We're at the top of descent, it's coming up very soon, so what's going to happen is the aircraft will automatically begin the descent. We'll probably take over with vertical speed at some point soon after that. Vertical speed for me, it's alright allowing the aircraft to do it itself, but for me, I like to be in full control of the descent. It just makes things a little bit better for me. So we've gone through the descent checklist, we've set everything up as it should be. The auto brake in a moment we're going to arm, and obviously as we get lower down we'll also do the speed brake and stuff like that. So auto brake's 2. Making a nice descent now. Let's just have a look. So around here there's nothing else I can think of that we need to do. We're not below 10,000, well, I don't know why I just did that. We're not below 10,000 feet, so we don't need the logo light or anything like that. Amazing view, love the view. You can just see in the distance there, that nice haze effect. It's almost magical, it's lovely. And obviously we are in the Jet Airways PMDG 737 with winglets. Look at that. You cannot complain. PMDG did a fantastic job with this aircraft, and I just adore people who go to the extents that they actually go to create liveries like this. So we've already got the landing frequencies in, which is 110.10. We will activate those a little bit further on into the descent. It's almost 20 minutes past 5 at the moment. And we're looking good, everything's stable as it should be. We've got no lights on or anything like that we don't need. I've already managed to sort out the arrival, I think, but we'll just go it again. So ILS 14 with the IGBA 1 Bravo arrival is what I can make out from that. We're going to use flaps 30 at 141 for landing. I don't think we're going to need flaps 40. I'm actually interested to see exactly what the airport scenery down in Mumbai is actually going to look like. I've heard that it's not too good, actually. The texture, especially at night time, there's not a lot of detail. I don't know whether it's just because I've installed it wrong in the sim. I mean, it could even be because it's not compatible with P3D 4.1, but you never know. With a bit of luck, it might just be okay. We might manage to land just before sunset, although I do think it's probably going to be on the latter end of sunset by the time we do. So anyway, guys, I'll catch up with you once we are fully established and ready to land. And as if by magic, hope you enjoyed that gorgeous view that we managed to get on the way in there. 2,500 feet, we are fully established, gear is down, flaps are 30. We've not got very much visibility, but look at that wing view, it looks absolutely amazing. It almost looks as if the simulator's actually paused, but it isn't. That's just because of the lack of visibility at the moment. I mean, look at this. Can't believe it, can you? We're all set up, speed set to 141, gears down 3 greens, auto brake, and spoilers are armed. Can't see the runway just yet, but look at that. The wave effects down there, the lights, the scenery, the haze in the background, everything just looks absolutely amazing. Really, really enjoying this this approach. Can't really go wrong in the NGX, in my opinion. I can only just make out in the distance there ahead of us the lights to the runway. I'm going to wait while at least 1,000 feet because I've got very, very poor visibility. I've had to turn some lights on in the cockpit just to make it a little bit brighter because we couldn't quite see the switches. I don't know whether that's because of my PTA preset or something else. Nevertheless, just coming out of 1,400 now to 1,300. Let's bring the yoke back up. Love the buildings and everything, they really do look realistic. I'd love to do this same flight, the reverse flight back to Dubai actually, to see what that looks like at night time. It would be fantastic. Look at that. Bit of wing flex. There we have it, 1,000. I'm just going to go for it. Here goes. Autopilot is off. Aircraft is mine. Looking good. Both diamonds seem to be central. Going to try and keep it that way. Probably going to do exactly the same as what I usually do on the sim, which is try to avoid going too low, even though the diamonds are telling me to. In fact, actually, I'm a little bit low at the moment. I usually try to be a little bit higher than what the diamond says, purely and simply because I don't like getting too close to the scenery. Doesn't always work out with the scenery, but the pappies are looking good nevertheless. This is where I'd normally start to panic. But pappies, oh no, we are a little bit too low, and a bit of a lag spike there. Apologies. And we are continuing before the glide slope warning came in there. Just heard minimums. See if we can touch down in the right zone.
20, 10,
I will take that. Reversers going. They're alive. Spree brakes out and everything. I am happy with that landing. I'm definitely happy with that landing. We managed to actually stay in the centre line. I'm not too impressed by this scenery so far. It's not very bright here on the ground at Mumbai. Again, I think that's either the scenery itself, that it's not compatible with 4.1, or it might be something I've done when I'm installing it. But nevertheless, I'm going to take this exit here. Sorry about that truck. He's probably just got absolutely demolished. Right, and I'm going to try and find my way around this airport now. I can't see the switches properly. Is that the taxi light? No, that's landing lights. Why is it... What's happened? I can't see where I'm going. Nevertheless, let me just get my bearings here. I'm just trying to have a look at little nav map just to find out what's happening. Let's just have a look. I do apologise about the sound going off. 17:45 was our landing. It just looks like some sort of... It reminds me of a scene from a movie where like a nuclear bomb's hit and all the lights have gone out in the city and everything. And it's really weird. It's like a really weird feeling to it with all this different lighting that's going off in the background, like the gentle reddish sort of lighting. Anyway, right, we need to switch on the APU. And I think what's going to happen is I'm going to try my best to taxi according to what I can see here on little nav map. Take this left here. I'm hoping that I do actually find my way around this airport. This is very mysterious. Surely it should have a little bit more lighting than this. Might just be me. Anyways, I'm going to try and find my way around, and I will jump to the part where we actually manage to get things together, so bear with me a moment. Alright, so I realised what I'd done. I didn't switch the taxi lights on or the turn-offs for a start, and we've managed to find the gate after much difficulty. So we're finally here. I thought I'd cut that bit out because the last thing you guys want at the end of a video is to watch me taxiing around endlessly. The lighting is really poor quality. It's... I don't know whether anybody else has got the VABB airport scenery that's the same as this, but why does it look like this? Why is this the way it's supposed to look? Or is it genuinely installed wrong? I've no idea. I just can't hardly see anything, and the lighting's very, very bad. I'm going to have to switch on the dome light, I think, because I can't see what I'm doing. Transfer the power from the APU, and we'll sort all that out on the engines to normal and stuff like that. Hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Let me know in the comments any other videos that you'd like me to do, and give me a like if you want to see more videos similar to this one. Favourite the video, again, if you really do enjoy the video, and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.